Now it's time for Eco Fighters, where we're going to save the Earth. We're actually going to save the planet Elwood. This is set in the future, where the greedy Goyolk KK Corporation is polluting many planets, and the brilliant Dr. Moley and his niece and nephew Ice and Nene are going to fight back. This is a cousin of the game Forgotten Worlds, which had a rotation knob. They changed their mind and got rid of the knob, but you still have an arm that you swing around to fire in any direction. So we'll move the timer over there, pop in a credit, and then 3, 2, 1, go! Let's go!
こちらドクターモーリー。このエリアは森林伐採に悩まされる。御用者の仕業だ。奴らはこの星を。
So each stage, you actually get to check out the planet. Typically you see it all looking good and unpolluted, then you see what the pollution is doing, then you go take care of business and blow up a boss. So we'll get B for bomb. These all these blue things are increasing our POW-o-meter, and when it fills up, we get to upgrade our arm, and that is very good. So shortly, we'll be able to upgrade our arm once more. I'm using auto fire. That is playing the game on easy mode, but for marathon safety, we're going with auto fire on. I have cleared this without auto fire, and it's quite a bit trickier. So now we have this thing. This is the hammer. And it can charge up and fling itself around the screen. It's also very good at blocking shots. So here we can go and rain death from above, and the shots it's shooting straight up just plonk off of our hammer. For each boss, a blue gem thingy is the one weak point. They also have destructible bits. Yeah, there's some extra challenge without auto fire. You see a lot more of the boss attacks. This stage is sort of Darius-like. We're gonna fight some angry sea creatures. We start out in the happy, beautiful ocean, then we go into the pollution, then we go take care of business. So there's some angry turtles. There's our level 3 power-up, making our hammer even better. Yeah, just in the background, there's a little bit of storytelling. Now we see all the pollution and the crud on the top of the water. We can also splash in and out of the water. This guy has an attack that's kind of annoying right at the start. You see all those little wiggly things curve around. We sort of canceled out the ones that were headed right for us. Now the blowfish make big nuisances of themselves from behind. They can behave a little bit unpredictably, and then we want to be on the left side of them so we don't get squished by the turtle stampede. Yeah, this is made by the same crew that made both of the Mega Man arcade games. So it's not just that it's also Capcom. It's, I think, the same staff, or mostly the same staff. So it does have a lot of the same cheerful, colorful vibe of the Mega Man arcade games. So now we're up against a giant ship with lots of bits on it. The name Goryok is all over everything. Oh, now that's not good. That's not ideal. It's not ideal. However, whenever you die, the game ranks down. When you're doing well, things attack ferociously. When you're not doing as well, they take it a little bit easier on you. So taking a death somewhere along the way is almost inevitable, even if this is a little bit earlier than I would like. Here we just fire upwards. And then we're going to go for the quick kill on this boss. You have to get in sort of at the right angle. We let this guy fire once. We zip in here. And that's it. Even without auto fire, that quick kill is just barely doable. We're going to get a score-based extend at 400,000 and again at 800,000. So the game's a little bit more forgiving than it looks at first. Stage 3 is themed around acid rain. In the 90s when this was made, acid rain was a much bigger worry. The good news is, acid rain is largely being dealt with in the real world, which is like a good sign. If we get our act together, we can get rid of pollution. We can save the ozone layer. We can get rid of fossil fuels. In reality, it's not as fun as blowing a bunch of shit up. There's a lot of mid-bosses in the various stages. Like these guys. They get a little bit grumpier with you on later stages, and they show up with more company. Yeah, the arm puts in real work here. You can be basically entirely safe from a pretty good cone of fire. We'll finish off this guy. Here we are down below. Big Goryok advertising blimp in the background. And a giant spooky pyramid in the background. Oh, no. No missiles. We'll wait for this to cycle back around. There we go. The additional hammers are no longer doing me any good, so I need to remember to stop chasing after POWs. That is how I've tended to die in practice, is by going after power-ups that I don't actually need. But they're just so tasty looking. Now back above the clouds. B is for bomb. That's the special weapon we want. Now this boss introduces a new mechanic. Parts of the boss cannot be damaged, and when you hit them, the boss just gets angry and retaliates. So we don't want to hit its middle section, because they'll fire missiles at us. What we want to hit is the top. Whoa! Every time those missiles spawn, it's a minor moment of panic. There we go. I mean, look at that thing. It has to go just for aesthetic reasons. All right, we made it through that stage without anybody seeing Purple Rain, and I call that a win. Now we're in the desertification stage. Sadly, it's the desert kind, not the dessert kind. We're gonna have to blow up a train. Shmups like trains. They also like snakes. Anytime you can have a big enemy with lots of bits to blow up that spreads across more than one screen, that's a recipe for some good shmup drama. There's a few levels where there's not a true safe spot, but a relatively safe spot hanging out near the top of the screen toward the middle. That's true here, and it's even more true on some later stages. Alright, we're going to make the big move down in a little minute. I need to remember not to get lured into chasing after these power-ups, because I'll end up headbutting an enemy and dying. Yeah, some really quite cool art and animation in the background throughout this game. You can see some of the pollutions in the background. And the boss of this stage features a very cheeky safe spot. If you hide out in the bottom right corner, which is where you would necessarily think to go, if you go to the bottom right corner and fire up and left, the boss can't do anything to you with most of his attacks. So we're just gonna hang out here, laugh at his futile attempts, and we're done. He can also do another attack where you have to sort of do-si-do around him, but yeah, that safe spot makes the stage 4 boss no problem. The stage 5 boss is a big problem, but with auto fire, we should be able to take him out before he gets to do his really spicy stuff. So now, we've learned the path to Golyok's base, and we're gonna blow stuff up. Some very cool lighting in the background. The game's quite generous with power-ups at this point, so if for some reason you're not at max power, probably because you died and you're recovering, you have plenty of options to get powered back up. So you want to be right about like that, firing up and right. And there's a big keep out sign. Do we listen to it? We do not. Big X logos everywhere. Take out some Zeppelins, and then we'll take on some armored enemies. Zeppelins are more effective when they have a scary face painted on them. So these things are unhittable when their shutters are closed. Heard that the theme of this game came from somebody winning a contest. They submitted Save the Environment as a nomination for a theme for a game, and Capcom was like, that works. More keep out signs. I think those are signs for somebody else. Those aren't for us. Now we're going to be getting ready for a giant enemy battleship. where you have to actually scroll around it. This is a classic shmup boss. Ever since R-Type Stage 3, this has been a great idea. And this is this game's version of it. Lots of destructible bits. So we do the first bit, then we head to the left for a little while. Those shots that spawn a rotating collection of shots, those are a big problem. So I'm going to be focusing on trying to block those before they fill the screen with naughtiness. And that's another one up. That gives us some more margin of error. We have to be situated in about the right place here. We can't go too low, or we'll crash into the ship. There we go. And now this little guy is actually the true boss. So we stick right next to him for this attack. And then if we didn't have auto fire, he was going to get to do a really cruel attack that fills the screen with unpredictable bullets. This is the benefit of auto fire. I mean that and saving wear and tear on your body from mashing buttons. And now we face Colonel Goyok. Alright, now we're taking on his space fortress. And this stage is Space Karnov. Just after Karnov-Ember. This level, being at the top middle, is very effective. There's big chunks of the stage where you can just hang out here and be safe. Not right here, though. If you do it right then, you'll get smacked. But from here on in, when in doubt, be at top middle. Lots of blinking lights in the background. You know, sciencey stuff. Make it look high-tech and purple. There's some giant automated door. There's a mid-boss here that can make a lot of trouble if he feels like it. So it's the trash boss. And he's going to throw out bits. And then he's going to try and tornado around the screen at us. The parts where he throws out bits aren't a problem. It's the part where he tornadoes around the screen. Although how he behaves does depend on current rank. We did it! We got him! We got him before he started spinning around the screen. That's a relief. And now again, top middle. Top middle is the secret. Although this boss, he does not respect your top middle. He's got multiple attacks, which can do bad things. These guys are like bubble wrap. You just love popping them. Alright, one more automated door. And now we have a very cool but slightly distracting thing happening in the background with this fire animation. Now we're gonna try and shoot this Robo Goyolk in the head. Both kinds of missiles at the same time is bad news. There we go. Lost one life. Yeah, that boss is quite a big problem. We gotta get out of here. Alright, now we're fighting through a graveyard of old spaceships and stations. Check out the neon sign in the back. No longer says Goyolk, it's just Gyo. Everything in here is already impressively pre-smashed. Lots of great Goyolk X logos in the background. I mean, what kind of science fiction story is it where there's a evil CEO that puts an X logo all over everything? These guys and their lasers don't play around, but fortunately they're forbidden by federal law from going up to the very top of the screen. Dance party of these guys. And speaking of dance party, we're coming up on some super nostalgic 90s techno cheese. It's the kind of thing that makes you ask, are y'all ready for this? Here we go. Techno dance party. We'll block these rotating beams, and with the power of auto fire, we don't need to worry so much about the bubbles. that was a very Mortal Kombat sort of song. I could not get him to go away. All right, we finally, our long national nightmare is finally over. Right about there. No! This is different from when I was routing it! We're still good. We're still good. All right. He's gonna flex as his little opa goes into his head. Flex. All right. Now we go and sit on his head and go down slowly. That beam can go all the way down to the bottom of the screen if you head down too quickly. Now you're going to bounce 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's very important to dodge. And we got him! The 1cc dream was still alive! We did it! 1 credit clear of Eco Fighters.
Outstanding.
With the googly eye effect.
見事だったぞ。しかし本当に大変なのはこれからだぞ。
Now Dr. Moley is going to move on to helping everybody install compost bins. We got it. 1 credit clear of Eco Fighters, also known as Ultimate Ecology in Japan. Here we actually get to see the pilots. I think this is a Twin Bee situation where it's the ship that's talking, but the ship also has pilots in it. So we see signs of rebirth and renewal. Here's our pilots. Check out that pet baby chick. That's pretty awesome. All right. I somehow managed to finish that off. So that'll be it for Dumpleblock. Next up, Badrito is going to bring us Ninja Commando and more. So feel free to play me off anytime.